righty. Alrighty. So, hopefully everybody's doing well. Happy Thursday. Let's jump in and kind of talk about what we're looking at going into the morning here. Let me make sure this is all set in stone and good to go. All right, let's jump in. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's get to it. Thursday, 2 minutes till market open. What are we looking at going into the day here? So, first of all, we want to recognize the weekly profile so far has been Tuesday low expansion week pretty much. Tuesday put in low of week as we took out that recent Monday low. We're starting to push up into this daily fair value gap. We currently are in this daily fair value gap. Overnight session absolutely moved 370 points around to the upside. I need to see a lot more information up here for me to kind of get a good understanding of what we want to do when it comes to this internal price action. So going into the morning, I'm going to be pretty patient. I like these London lows that are equal lows. I'm going to be pretty patient as to what we want to do. I'd like to see these London lows become a target and just rebalance to this. But to be honest, I need to see a lot more structure here at the highs for me to get a good confident bias. ES, again, same thing. We're just starting to accumulate here on the 5 minute. This is a no touch. There's no reason we should be touching this. So we're gonna be patient today. We'll see what we get. If we do get anything, if we don't, all good. We are simply observers, simply reacting to the opportunity that's being given to us. Again, keep in mind, ES is now at all-time highs. We still do have this SMT on the bigger time frame. So ES is at all-time highs. NQ is not at all-time highs. And I like that because NQ is in the daily fair value gap. So in my opinion, I would really, really like to see some sort of clear manipulation in the next coming days. Since this is the bigger time frame on the 1 hour, if we can easily start to see us have some sort of structure here, manipulate, take some sort of high, start to displace and actually fall back inside this range. That's kind of the best case scenario of what I'd like to see of this SMT to continue to hold out. But going into today, since we don't really have a lot of that PA in place yet, I think it's best for us to just kind of be patient here going in the morning. So we got market open. It looks like we're already starting to draw towards these London lows. We'll probably just go take these off the bat. Maybe we'll have a internal SMT here, and then we'll maybe start to work our way back up. But we have this 5 minute fair value gap that just got ran through. So I kind of want to see what ES is doing here as well. ES immediately starting to get back down. So ES just took this recent low. We do have an SMT here. I'll see if this is something that wants to hold, or NQ does want to go run these London lows. To me, I think we want to go run these London lows. We'll see. Just being patient here in the morning. Most likely going to be waiting for that 945, 950 macro, and then we'll see what 10 a.m. is. We have Powell speaking at 9:45, huh? Oh, he already spoke. Is he speaking right now? Huh. I'm not sure. He's done? Okay. Dude, no shot, guys. I'm so sorry. You guys can't see my screen. Let me get this up. Oh my, Discord's not letting me screen share again. I say we just do the YouTube, guys. We'll just do a YouTube stream today. Just so it's easier. I don't have to go back and forth. Let me pull this up real quick for you guys. All right. Live's going to be on YouTube today, guys. It's all on the call. All right. NQ, working our way towards London. TT team is in the house, baby. What books do you recommend? I'm currently reading As a Man Thinketh, that I highly, highly recommend. So there goes London low. Kind of want to see how price reacts here. 15-minute. We do kind of have this internal change in the state, but we are kind of not at an area in which we'd want to see. We need to see kind of more manipulation here. Just watching going into the morning here. 9:35 so far. This is just the first rebalance on the bigger time frame, sparked by the open. Your 4 reasons why markets move was a clear paradigm shift for me. Thank you, Justin. I got you, brother. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I know we haven't done a YouTube live stream in a while, so it's always fun to do these here and there, just to hop on with you guys and show kind of my market analysis. We go live pretty much every day in the private group, but I love coming on here and there for you guys just to get a little taste. But right now we are just sitting here being patient, letting the market kind of do its thing here. First couple minutes of the market. Came down, just took London. We do have these big imbalances here on the 1 hour as well. The 15-minute, we start to zoom in, see these. Right now, just letting this price action start to play out until we can get some clear structure in the day. What broker do you use? I'm switching over to TradeStation. I'm switching over my main account to TradeStation currently. The only reason I'm doing that from TradeOvate is because we're using TradeStation's API in a project that I'm working on that you guys will see soon. I'm in the works of making something really, 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 really fucking cool. I have an entire web development team that is working on this. It'll probably be around, we'll have our base done, and it'll probably be releasing in around 2.5 months when we are happy with the solidified thing. We have a lot of other things we want to add to it that are just going to take time. But we're creating an application that's really going to change the trader's game. Yeah, 5K is doing fine. So the thing with the 5K, 5K video should be up probably next week. Like, if I'm being completely honest, this is where the 5K is at. The 5K is not blown. I keep getting comments saying the 5K is blown. The 5K is sitting at around 6K. I'm actually trading on it right now. The 5K is sitting at around 6K. The difference is a boy's got to make money too. Like, the small account's super fun. It's fun making content. I love showing you guys, and I'll still trade on it. Trust me, I'm not gonna stop trading on it. But I'm gonna prioritize my main account because trading on a 5K account is not really fun when I am used to trading. I want to trade big capital, right? Like, I want to make money. So I'm gonna be trading mostly on that account, and on the side I'll be trading the small account. I'm gonna make content on it probably like maybe once a week, depending on how the account goes. Honestly, once the account gets above 10K, then I can actually start making some more fun content and start scaling it. But the thing with a small account that in my opinion and how I've grown them in the past is I'm extremely more so conservative when it comes to scaling before I double the account. After I double the account, it's way more easy for me to scale than it is if I'm sub 100%. And I don't know why that is. It's just how it is. So like, that's why there hasn't been a lot of content, because it's still below 10K. And I just I'm going to start trading on my other account on the side. But once that happens, you guys will be updated. And you'll also start seeing bigger numbers too, once my TradeStation account gets funded. How much capital do you have on your main? That is a secret. Actually, I'll tell you this. I'm not putting all the capital. I'm not putting all the capital that is currently in my actual account into this new account. I'm only putting a certain amount. So I'm starting a new main account with TradeStation I'll tell you, I'm starting with just with 50K. So TradeStation, my new account will be 50K. It's not as much as what my other one is, but I like starting with 50K and then having that as a base. And the reason I like doing that is because throughout my trading career, when I'm in scale periods, like when I'm like really trying to scale my size, I'll pick a base and it'll be like my trash can number. That's what I like to say. So 50K is my trash can number, meaning I want to go into a scale period where I can get back to trading 8 to 10 contracts of NQ, risking around $3,000 to $5,000 per trade, and winning around 8 to 15 to 20K per trade. And 50K is the benchmark where when I fund the account and my goal is to up my size, I fund the account mentally burning all of that capital. That's what I call the trash can. So when I'm in a scale period, I don't just immediately scale on an already existing account that I have because it's just too dangerous. I mentally am aware of whatever capital I put into a separate new account is already gone in my head. So it's like 50K in this, like this 50K literally means absolutely nothing because I'm in a scale period. And when you go into the market trying to scale with more size without accepting any of the risk, like mentally, you will trade differently. You will be more emotional. You will have anxiety because you're looking at your P&L way more than it has been before, and you start freaking out. So he blew the 5K. Brother, did you not just hear what I said? Everybody thinks people don't see one thing and immediately are like, he blew the 5K. I'm trading on the 5K right now, brother. Open your ears. I don't currently trade prop firms, but I have a buddy. I was in New York with Matt. He's on Twitter, and he was telling me to give it a shot, to do like a couple. He's like, dude, you could milk it. So I might. That's something again. There's too many ways to trade because I want to trade on my main account. I want to scale. I can do copy trading. I've never done copy trading before. When's the interview dropping? Oh, we've been filming such fire content. You guys are not ready. Such fire content. We have so much cool stuff that's gonna be in the works right now. You guys aren't ready too. And the application, oh my, I'm so excited to share with you guys something that I've been working on. I don't know what if I want to share a little bit right now because there's a lot of people in here, and I don't know if I want to share that to that many people. The community knows, the mentorship knows. We'll keep it a little down low for now. Still just watching here. Dude, I need to get an admin in here. You guys wonder why I don't do YouTube lives anymore. It's because there's so many little monkeys in here that just started spamming random things. How do you join mentorship? The link to the mentorship is in the description, brother. You can learn more there. How's everybody's week been going so far, though? What has everybody been up to? How's everybody's trading? I want to see us come back up to that 5-minute fair value gap and just kind of see how price reacts from there. I don't think we're ready to really see a sell-off. I think this will most likely be an initial rebalance, but I do want to see how price reacts. Why don't you mark the 4-hour fair value gaps? What do you mean? Like the one inside of the daily? Because I have the daily one marked. All of this is still one imbalance, right? Like, so there's multiple ways to go about this is kind of how I like to go about bigger time frame imbalances. If I want to find specific areas of rejection, this is how I would do it. I have a daily fair value gap, right? We're in a daily fair value gap. I zoom into the 4-hour. What's the concentrated point of interest in this imbalance? This. Now, it's not to say this is, again, this, we could still reject this whole imbalance. But then I go into this 4-hour imbalance. We could pull this over. And then I go into that 4-hour imbalance even more. And I find that concentrated point, which is this 1 hour. And then this 1 hour is now becomes my concentrated point of rejection. Make sense? On the 81st verse of the Tao Te Ching today. Let's go. Been over about one every day. The video you made in about Sardinia unlocked a huge psychological horizon for me in my own life. Beautiful, brother. Absolutely love to hear it. Love it. There's a yearly fair value gap, bro. What are you doing? My bad. You're so right. You're so right. Yeah, how do I slow? Wait, hold on. Let me chat filters. Can I slow this down? Community moderation. There we go. And Q just kind of continuing to taper off here. Just letting the market do its thing. We got 945 macro that just opened up. See what we want to do. Just kind of letting the market do its thing here. Let's get some jazz on. That is what we're missing. That is what we're missing. If you know me, you know when the jazz is on, it's game over. I can trade. Oh, it's still a lot. There we go. Do we need discount if we have a breaker? Do we need discount if we have breaker? Are you talking about like this? Like if this was a breaker and we come up and tap the breaker but not discount? Is that what you're saying? Yes, but there would be a turtle soup. It's not that the breaker is the rejection. There's a soup. So the way that would happen is the times in which the market does not rebalance to equilibrium is the times in which we have a soup. So what does that mean? It means we would rebalance here. Let's say equilibrium was some line up here. It would be something like this. Oh, my bad. There would be some sort of recent high that gets ran beforehand. We wouldn't just tap this and then immediately reject. There would be some sort of small high or intermediate term high that gets ran before then rebalancing, but we would not rebalance to equilibrium. So if you look at all the times where the market does not rebalance to equilibrium, there's some sort of internal manipulation and high that gets taken because of it. Little gem for you. Psychology videos are fire. Thanks from Greens from Italy. Much love, George. What are you expecting for today? Right now, my bias is pretty loose. And the reason is overnight session. Big move to the upside. We're currently in a daily fair value gap, 1 hour fair value gap. So currently right now, I'm more so just watching price action start to build. I can see that we're starting to get an initial rejection from this area. I'm not fully sold on a bearish move today though, because this is just the initial rebalance on a bigger time frame. We have to be we gotta be able to zoom out, right? I think a lot of people, the biggest problem that so many traders have is the overconfidence, not the overconfidence, but the alignment with time. When so many people look at this and they look at their area of rejection, which is like, okay, we have this 1 hour fair value gap, we have a daily fair value gap, whatever it is, and look at all this room to the downside. This is just the first candle. This first candle could be an initial rebalance to, let's say, here, and then do something like this, and then end up literally just sitting here and then having manipulation and then having a move. Like, there's a lot of structure that can take place up here. When someone sees a one candle to the downside, it could be an internal model just to rebalance. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see how price reacts here, because this is what the bearish area of rejection would be, is this breaker in this 5-minute fair value gap. So if we are bearish and we do want to draw towards the downside, then I would expect price to rebalance, have some sort of bearish internal model here, like we talked about, a stop rate in the opposite direction, and then look to see downside order flow. And also, I want to see how 10 a.m. candle opens. We have 8 minutes. But also, on the opposing side, we are still incredibly bullish. So this could easily just be an initial rebalance. It's just the first candle to the downside. This can easily get bought back up and see an expansion, right? So right now there's two sides of a coin, and we let price action start to figure out what part of the coin is going to be clear. Again, it's like the Pictionary analysis, right? Wait for the picture to be dumb clear. Right now it's a circle on a whiteboard. It could be a cookie, it could be a moon, it could be literally anything. Wait for it to be clear. Justin, I'm a beginner ICT trading, and I have a quick question. How should I learn, or what should I learn first, and what's next? The foundation of ICT is always going to be liquidity and drawing liquidity. So the first thing I recommend always in anybody that is going to learn ICT is learn drawing liquidity. Learn what liquidity is. Learn how to find the drawing liquidity. I have a video on my YouTube on how to find drawing liquidity. I have a video on YouTube of what is liquidity. Dude, people are why do I get guys, I don't beef with it. Like I'm probably the least problematic trader in the space. I genuinely do not care about like I'm going to stay in my lane and fucking rip. I genuinely don't care to look in someone else's lane or talk shit on anybody else. Like I genuinely don't care. where is this so-called beef coming from? Because I'm not aware about it. Still waiting right now. ES starting to expand still in that 1 hour for value gap. Just letting price do its thing here. We got 10 a.m. in 5 minutes. What are the 4 reasons why markets move? Generate liquidity, hunt liquidity, rebalance inefficiencies, rebalance to equilibrium. I'm gonna go turn my fan off. It's getting a little chilly. Okay. Mm-mm. 3 minutes. I do know Casper. I love Casper. I was actually on a meeting with him yesterday. Casper's a great guy. Casper's probably my favorite trader in the space, to be honest, and probably the one that I'm most closest to. I think me and Casper align on many values and just many things in life in general as just individuals. Yeah, Jesse's a great guy. Absolutely love Jesse. Still just being patient here. So what I'm kind of looking to see here is a rebalance back into this 5-minute fair value gap, this breaker on the 15-minute. I just want to kind of see how price reacts here. I'm not immediately taking any short. I'm not immediately taking any trade. I just want to see how price reacts here. I want to see the internal model zoom in, look to see how we start moving here. Are we fast displacing, trying to get through it? Are we building structure inside of it? Are we going to continue to just kind of slowly taper off here? Letting the picture play. Taoism book. It's called Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Yes, nice displacement back to the upside here. Would not be surprised to see this imbalance get ran through. We'll see kind of how we start to reject. But notice, again, the displacement here. 10 a.m. opens, 10 a.m. candle, NQ rebalances or ES rebalances. We actually do have this internal SMT, so this could be an area in which we expect to maybe see some manipulation. 15-minute for value gap getting rebalanced too. We'll see if this is an area in which we want to possibly reject, work our way back down. We do have that internal SMT here. Is a little too zoomed in for me. What was that high on ES? This was 938. So we do have this SMT here. Most likely see a continuation of the downside as we rebalance. This fair value gap is held bearish. We are just kind of consolidating down here. Kind of see what we want to do here. Want to let this 10 a.m. open, start to kind of figure out what we want to do. This SMT does not look bad here though, but we are pretty back and pretty far deep in this range. Could start to see maybe a fat candle come in here with this SMT, but we'll see if we can get it here. Short doesn't look too bad. Probably see a bigger candle come in here too. Really slow PA here though, so I'm kind of just watching, letting the market do its thing. Should start to see NQ speed up here. I'd want to start to see us speed up to the downside if this S&T is going to play out. This recent high got taken, internal model displacement rebounds to the fair value gap. It's been continuing to hold bearish. I expect to go see new lows, but really kind of inefficient PA so far right now. So it's best kind of for me to watch this. We'll see if it's a little bit more clear, but I would expect to see a continuation here soon. ES immediately rebalance, take the high, tap the fair value gap, immediately displaced, but NQ is kind of sitting here fooling around. We should see us speed up here. There she goes. How do you just know that? What the fuck? I don't know, man. It's like I've been doing this for a long time or something like that. So I kind of want to watch the reaction here because now we're in a spot where if I look at ES here, again, there's a lot of room to the downside, but there's also a lot of imbalances. Price action on the bigger time frame is still bullish. We have respected this 15-minute fair value gap. We did rebalance, tap this kind of little breaker thing. ES looking to see a little bit more downside potentially. But honestly, just letting the market really do its thing here. I think that was kind of really the only clear opportunity for a trade so far today was that little internal short. But so far, just kind of going to let the market really just do its thing here until we can learn to find a bottom and put some more price action. And we kind of just been tapering off today so far. But that was a nice little continuation short if you were catching that. I decided to stay out of it just because it's a little too small, too internal for me. Kind of want to see some more price action. What even is this? I don't even know why this is here, to be honest. Justin, I wouldn't have the internal strength for this chat. I've been doing this for a while. I've seen a lot of crazy comments throughout my days. It's Justin, you really helped me, man. Learning market maker models in your videos are extremely valuable. Much love, brother. No, the WAP is not it. In fact, the WAP is going to be closed pretty soon. It's not the WAP. Use the link in the bio if you want to learn more. When will you start modeling? What? Never? I don't know. I feel like modeling is such a pussy way to make money. It's like you don't got to work for shit. You should be giving God that money because he made you look like that. You did literally nothing. Still just letting the market do what it's doing. No way you said that. Oh my God. What's the draw now? So, again, kind of where we are right now. Let's clear this up. So this next 1 hour candle opens at 11 o'clock. So we got some time. But I want to see if this is going to open, or by the time this candle closes, we're gonna wick back in this. I would probably expect this fair value gap to not really open bearish. We'll see. 15-minute fair value gap, again, still has not been tapped back into. 5-minute fair value gap still has not been tapped back into. We're slowly tapering off here. I got a question that I saw in the chat that said, like, how do you know which one of these imbalances to focus on? You don't. You focus on the price action. What is the price action telling you? We could bounce here, we could bounce here, we could bounce anywhere. I don't know. But I'm going to mark where price action is. And I'm going to show, is price action showing me a reason to bounce? Because if not, we're going to continue to go lower. Is there I can recognize some sort of manipulation, recent low getting taken, displacement, whatever. And if it's not clear, it's not clear. Stop trying to figure out the market when it's not clear. I think people hate that they don't know what the market's doing 24/7. You should not know what the market is doing 24/7. And it makes them anxious when they feel like they don't know what the market is doing 24/7. Guys, I got no clue what the market is doing 24/7. All I need to know is what the market is doing for a small fraction of that time for me to take advantage and make money. So right now, I wait for, again, the picture to be clear. If it's not, stop fighting the ego of trying to be right or wrong. Most of you guys fail because you care more about being right. Oh, Justin said it was going to go lower and it actually just rebalanced. Brother, put the fries in the bag. Like, you have to realize that there's nothing, people care about the wrong things in trading, and that is why they fail. Fiji, click the link in the description, brother. Cheers, all up to you for the helpful videos on Psyche and Taoism. Any advice for an ICT trader who hasn't learned multiple models but can't seem to stick to one and stay consistent? If you can't stick to one, you shouldn't be learning more. My recommendation to you is find what works and just stick to it. Find what works and stick to it. Guys, like, I want to be so honest when I say this. Don't fall for all of the traps on social media of like these new created ICT concepts of like what people like to coin terms just because it's easy to sell. People like to coin ideas because it's easy to sell. There is no right way of trading ICT, in my opinion. There is simply your way of trading ICT. And when you stop trying to figure out somebody else's way and you instead figure out your way, because you're on a completely unique path. You're a completely unique individual. You're going to see the market in a completely unique way than somebody else is, even if you're trading the exact same concept. There's a reason why so many different ICT traders trade so many different ways. ICT is a way of viewing the market. It's not one single way of trading. And you have to figure that out with your experience, with understanding yourself. What style of trading do you like? Do you like trading on lower time frames? Do you like trading on higher time frames? How long do you like holding your positions? How do you like using your risk management? Like, do you focus more on win rate? Do you focus more on RR? All of these things depend on the person. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. So my recommendation to you is learn the concepts, learn draw and liquidity, learn how to recognize imbalances, learn how to recognize manipulation, focus on profiles, focus on time, and slowly start to build conviction with where the market is going. Once you know where the market is going and when the market is going there, and that's the most important part. It's not where, it's when, because you can take a trade, have confidence that we're going to buy side, take a trade, get stopped, take a trade, get stopped, take a trade, get stopped, and then the market eventually goes there, right? That doesn't do anything for you. It's knowing where and when the market wants to go there, and then being able to have an entry model based on that. So focus number one first on where the market's going, build confidence on where the market's going and when it wants to go there, and then focus on an entry model in which you can trade with good risk, and then constantly work on it. And then don't focus on, literally block out everything. Block out social media, stop caring about what everybody else is doing. The reason why people fail is because they care more about what other people are doing instead of themselves, and they wonder why they can't see success. Stay in your lane, block out all the fucking noise, trade what you see, stop caring about other people. Can you speak a little bit more on how trading became effortless for you, trying to understand the balance between effort? I had a comment on my last video that really put it in a really good way, because a lot of people have this problem. Somebody wrote in my comment section that the reason that they struggled with trading is because they grew up playing sports. And it's a really, really good way of looking at it, because he says, actually, where's the comment? I kind of want to read this, because he did such a good job at explaining what it was that he was feeling, and the difference between striving and arriving. I think it was on this video.
So what?
Yeah, he says, I was an athlete in high school, football and track, better than most because I always put in more work than the rest. Even though that was years ago, I find it hard making a transition to realizing there's hard work in patience. Before, hard work has always been associated with physical exertion, but now with trading, hard work also comes with the patience I have for quality setups. Patience to not take positions during choppy price action. Patience when to have it to show up and get the job. I hate and trust the process. So the idea of I think one of the reasons why people don't see success with trading is because social media continues to push this idea of like staying up till 3 a.m., get your work done, blah, 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 blah. Like just hard mentality of what work should look like. And in trading, that does not work. That idea of like putting in the work and getting at it does not work, because that is the complete opposite of what trading is. When you are striving for an opportunity or an idea, you feel like you're not putting in the work unless you're actively trading, right? And that's why people fail, is because if they're not actively trading, if they're not actively looking for a trade, they feel like they're not putting in the work to eventually get successful because of it, which is the complete opposite. And that's why most people lose, is because it's one of the only things in life and in business where hard work is actually not a good thing. Hard work is a perception. It's your perception of what hard work looks like. Hard work is a different thing than what you think it is. Hard work is literally sitting in your chair and waiting, being patient, exchanging, striving for arriving. That's why I talk about philosophy so much, and Taoism relates to trading in so many ways, because it is the idea of exchanging, striving for arriving. You're no longer constantly looking for success. Like, my trading became effortless when I just completely stopped caring. When I completely stopped caring, I just show up in the market and all I'm focusing on is taking what I'm confident with. Right now, today, there's nothing I like. I might know where the market's going for a little bit, right? I like this S&T. I think we're going to see a big candle here. Boom, big candle comes in. I didn't really see that. I didn't really like the good risk for me to take it there, right? There's no reason. I don't care on what the market's going to do right now. I don't care what it's going to do tomorrow. I'm simply an observer in the moment. And if the market tells me to trade, I'm going to trade. If it doesn't tell me to trade, I'm not going to trade. And that's the difference that a lot of people need to make, is that switch. You don't tell the market when you're going to trade. The market tells you when you're going to trade, and you must be obedient. Also, the mindset is so much easier to have if you don't have to worry about bills. 100%. 100%. And that's why I always recommend get a job. When I first started trading, I was working 2 fucking jobs at the same time in school. I would trade in class. I would work around my schedule, trade at home, go to school. After school, I would deliver pizzas and I would work at a restaurant as a busser. So I had income that I was working for coming in, so I could stop caring about making money with trading. People expect the market to just pay everything all at once. It's like, I'm going to start trading and immediately start making money. And when you go into the market primarily focused on making money, all of your decisions will constantly reflect that. You're going to over leverage. You're going to be impatient. You're going to see opportunity that's not there. It's because your intention is immediately going to reflect your actions. Like, that's just how life is and how the psyche is and how you are as a human being. The more that you start diving into yourself as an emotional creature, the more you're going to understand how trading works. Yes, absolutely. If you have a job, you will not be successful in trading. I fully believe that, because you're trying to fit trading into every other aspect of your life. When you treat trading as the supplier, like you treat the market as what's going to take care of you, it won't, because you're going to constantly be looking for, again, opportunity. It needs to pay your bills. It needs to do this. It needs to do this. Oh, I have a date coming up. I need to force it. When you set time limits, when you set intentions, when you set expectations, it doesn't go well. And it's the same thing with everything in life. When you notice all of the negative things that happen in your life, when you feel stressed, when you feel anxious, when you feel any sort of negative emotion, it's not that something bad happened. It's that you set expectations for something and it didn't get met. That is it. Every negative emotion you have is simply an expectation that was not met. And it's as small as me going to the fridge expecting something good, opening up, being a little bit disappointed that nothing was in there, but I was expecting something good, right? That small little disappointment, right? Or me going on a date expecting, oh, this girl's going to be the girl of my dreams, blah, blah, blah. And then one little thing goes wrong and you're frustrated the entire night. And then you can never actually truly live in the entire moment of your life, because you're constantly having these little micro expectations and little micro intentions that you live throughout your entire life. And you can never actually live in the moment and be satisfied and be fulfilled, because you're constantly setting expectations and intentions on how your life should be lived instead of just fucking living it. There you go. And all of that relates back to trading, but people don't want to talk about it because they don't, I don't know. The people just don't have I don't know. It all has to do with trading. There's a reason why 90% of trading is psychological. Until you understand it, until you understand how your perception, how your intentions, how you're constantly changing environments, it'll all affect everything. And until you gain awareness and in control of yourself, it'll be very hard to see consistency. That's the difference, though, Space. That's the difference. Oh, we're getting into some deep talks here. He says, you either deal with the pain of observation or the pain of expectation. There is no pain with observation. It is submission. That is your expected outcome of what observation looks like. Observation is not pain. Observation is only pain because you have the expectation, on the other hand, of making money. No, that's wrong. If you think of observation making money, right? What's the opposite? It's like, it's either you sit there and observe or you make a decision. A lot of times that decision without observation is going to fuck you. So does this observation really is pain? No. It's exactly what you should be doing. You're submitting to the moment and being in the truly present. You stop caring. Observation is not pain. Submission is not pain. It's not weakness, it's strength. It's empowering to submit. You push your ego to the side. Love it when you told me to observe the beauty in the little things. A new world of understanding and peace was summoned. Love it, brother. And Q still slowly tapering off here again. No reason to really touch the market, in my opinion, here. Just letting us do its thing here. We'll draw this back in though, because this was really the only possible trade today, in my opinion. Back inside the 4 hour. It's been slowly tapering off. No reason to touch. Do you ever target midnight open? Yeah, like right now we just hit midnight open. Pretty much classic expansion, Tuesday low expansion week. So if we look at kind of the weekly profile for the day, that Tuesday manipulation, take this recent low. This was beautiful. Monday open, put in low, Tuesday expansion, Tuesday low of week, Wednesday expansion, Thursday expansion, Friday, we'll see what we do. Thursday initially pulling back. I would expect something like this today. We'll see. Job is just to react, not predict. So. Patience is getting built listening to your videos. Good. I'm glad. I think a lot of people need to get to a point to realize, like, trading in successful trading is about not trading. 90% of successful trading is about not trading than it is actually trading. It's being able to take away and get rid of all of the little small dumb losses that you take that eat away up all your wins, and just being patient and wait for quality. Trades up 9K. Would have getting shaken out so many times before. Let's go, bro. Do you ever borrow money to scale up your trading? Never. I will never borrow money. Ever. No. Mm-mm. Do you always do these types of live streams? In the mentorship group, yes. This is the first time I've done a live stream on YouTube in a while. But I live stream every day in the mentorship group. You should have a switch to shut off the lights and then have a single bulb over you that you switch on for the deep thoughts with Justin. That's hilarious. How's Scottsdale treating you? I love Scottsdale. It's great. I'm ready for the weather to cool down though, for sure. It's getting a little. It's still a little toasty, and I'm ready. I'm ready for fall workout or fall weather. Yeah, this live is recorded. You'll be able to go back and watch it on the YouTube. Bro's thinking about working out. The only reason I said that is literally right when I was talking, I got a reminder that I'm working out with my trainer in like 30 minutes. I'm still trading on the 5K account. There'll be a video probably next week on it. For the 10th time. Is your trainer big? Pause? The hell? I don't know. I have not taken a trade today, no. No, I'm not down on the 5K. I'm up on the 5K. Guys, the 5K is still being traded on. Everybody relax. How do you work out your number of contracts for each different trade given different SL levels? I measure it out. So like, depending on what I'm risking and depending on what account I'm trading on, I'll just use a long short position. And if I like the idea, I'll be like, my stop's going to be around here. And this is how I measure risk. So if this is the trade that I want to do, and let's say I want to risk max 300, then I'll just adjust my contracts and see what the max loss would be. Are you waiting for a specific model? So kind of how my brain, like where we are right now and kind of how I think is when I look at, oh, that's not what I wanted. Where are my drawings? Was I charting on NQ? No. Just happened. Okay, I'm not sure why my chart's just wiped, but let me redraw this real quick. So basically, this is kind of what I look at. So 4 hour, I'm in the daily for value gap, right? We're in the daily for value gap. We're starting to see a rejection. There's a bigger time frame SMT. I'm not really focusing on that right now because it's on a bigger time frame. We're starting to see a lot of displacement back down, which I really, really like, right? This is what I wanted to see for a bigger time frame bias. Right now, since we still are in these imbalances, I can't do anything yet. So all I'm really watching is people will look at this candle and immediately think we're dumping, right? But this could just be a rebalance to this inefficiency. And then look to see possibly this get bought back up and be recent low, and then maybe see even another expansion go take the recent high. So I'm waiting for internal price action to show me what we want to do. Because right now, this has been a straight up, straight down move, right? I don't like trading this kind of price action. I need to see an area in which we expect to manipulate. I need to see some sort of recent low get taken. I need to see more structure. So right now, I'm patient and just letting the market really do its thing, right? We've just been kind of slowly tapering off and selling off the entire day. There's no reason for me to be able to touch this until I can see more structure in this area, in an area in which I expect to reject, put some more price action in, and look to see what we want to do from there. But right now, it's just simply observing and watching price action. But there's no trade so far today for me. Want to start to see us get bought back up here and just put in some more structure. We don't have any news the rest of the day, do we? No. Yellen's not gonna do shit. It's obvious that he blew the account. You guys just don't listen. What's the background music? It's some nice soothing jazz. Reversal now, could expect it. 15-minute for value gap got tapped, as well as that 1 hour. 5-minute kind of bullish engulfing starting to come in. I'd like to see us start to reverse back up. Same thing with ES. We'll want to see us wick this imbalance, right? Wick's going to do the damage here. Tap back into this for value gap too. Five-minute for value gap getting ran through. What alt indicators do you use? So I have extended macros, which are just macros that are extended by 5 minutes on both sides. So 9:45 to 8:15. I have power 3. This is the 4-hour candle. So at 10 a.m., the 4-hour candle opens and it shows me kind of the way it looks. I have search and destroy profile. I have daily range dividers so I can look at the weekly profile. And then I have midnight open. Those are pretty much the main things I use. Tell me when to buy. Do it right now, bro. Buy. Canon event. Listen to someone to tell you to buy. Canon event. Do it. Do it right now. Buy. Do it, man. Do it. It's a Canon event. You got to go through it. It'll be even better if you win. It'll be even better. Dude, you're going to make so much money right now. Dude. He'll probably actually make money on it. What do you use for news? Just Forex Factory. The small account's only up 1,200 right now. It was up, the highest it was at was 9.2, I believe. 9.2. Had a little week that reset it a little bit, and then now it's sitting at 1,200. Somewhere around there. Did you hear about M&M starting trading? Excuse me? No, 9K on the account, not up 9K to up 1.2. That'd be crazy. Up 1,200, so 62, yes. Not at 1,200. Do you wait for standard deviation? Like for I mean, yeah, I'd want to see a manipulation. Like when you try to predict too early, it's like one little up move and everybody starts longing. Like it should literally call out to you. When you change your perspective to literally the market, treat the market like a side hoe. Treat the market like a side girl. Don't give it too much attention. Just a little bit. Until it gives you opportunity. Until it's like, no, please take this trade. Please, here's such a good trade. Here's such a good trade. Take it. I respect women. It's not like I don't have any, I'm very respectful. It's just an analogy. Relax yourself. But it's a great analogy. Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not a really good analogy. You're like, no, I'm not going to take this trade. Nope. Get away. Until it's literally calling out to you. It's calling out, Justin, come back, please, please. And you're like, all right, fine. The Sopranos? I've never seen The Sopranos, actually. I know of it. Time Guesser? Dude, Time Guesser was great. Gotta play some Time Guesser. Can I go back to sleep yet or not? I mean, go for it, bro. No, I don't use volume profile. When do you recommend jumping into a 15-second time frame and when to stay on a 1 minute? Most of the time, honestly, I would say stay off of the 15 second. Because more often than not, if you don't have the experience, and not even just that, like sometimes it'll happen to me too. When you jump into the 15 second without the proper confirmation of a bigger time frame reason, like of a 1 minute or a 5 minute model or reason to jump onto the 15 second, a lot of the times you're just going to overanalyze, and a lot of the times you're going to get stopped when in reality the market never really invalidated the model. For example, let's say you're in a 5 minute fair value gap or something and you're looking to long, and you zoom into the 15 second and you take a long in a 15 second fair value gap, you get stopped out, and then the market goes in your favor because the 5 minute never got broken through. There was never an invalidation of the model. But since you looked in the 15 second, you got stopped out. So a lot of the times I always recommend staying off of it. The only times I say that you can go to the 15 second is when you have confidence that it's an internal model and there's no reason for the market to go back to wherever your stop is. So if there's a clear internal model and you trade it on the 15 second, that must mean that there's a clear 1 minute to 5 minute model. And that's the reason you're going on a lower time frame. Most of the time, I would say stay off. Do more day in the life? I have a lot of vlogs. We are working on some fire vlogs. Again, no reason to really touch right now. Just letting the market do its thing. No, I'm no longer looking for any editors right now. Indicator down here is macros. So we're back at equilibrium of this previous price range, which is good. Just letting the market really do its thing here. No reason to try to catch a continuation or a reversal. Just let price action build out here. I do not trade every day in this on YouTube. I trade every day in our private community. I only trade probably like maybe once or twice a month on YouTube, but I love doing it here and there. But then I also don't like doing it because people in the chat, man, some of y'all are just weird. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll still give you some free gems for the people. And I love making content for you guys. I won't lie, I love you guys. I love making some cool content. No trades today so far. Much love, Cam. Just just letting the market do its thing here, Orline. Much love, guys. Honestly, probably gonna hop off here soon because I'm gonna go work out with my trainer, and just kind of let the market do its thing. Probably come back in the PM session and see what we're doing then. I'm in a little situation here. I keep blowing accounts all the time. I pass some, then blow them, and I don't pass some and then blow them. Like, any tips on what I can do? Well, what's the reason you're blowing them? There's obviously a common denominator of what you're doing that you're blowing your accounts. Are you journaling? If you're not journaling, that's the number one issue. Is you need to be journaling, because now how are you going to know what you're doing that's right and what you're doing that's wrong? If you never look back at your trades, you're going to make the same mistake over and over again because you don't even know what the mistake is. Or a lot of the time you do know what the mistake is, but you still just don't seem to change it because you're more focused on getting a payout, right? You pass a funded account, or you pass an evaluation and then blow your funded account. Why? Because you're focused on getting a payout. Right when you get that account, you're like, oh my God, I'm in a position that I can actually make money right now. I'm in a position where I can actually make money right now. And you over focus on the idea of making money because you're trading on a funded account, which in turn makes you take terrible trades because you don't have the patience to sit there and wait for a good opportunity. And you're literally just focused on making money. Every problem in trading will always go back to the source of you being focused on making money. It is your intentions and the expectations that you set before putting yourself in a trading environment that will cause you to make bad decisions. If your intention and you socially and mentally program yourself to build satisfaction on good habits, that is what gives you satisfaction. I don't come into the market. Making money does not bring me satisfaction. Me sitting here right now and doing nothing brings me satisfaction, because that is what is going to make me money long term. When you get overly focused on fast satisfaction and you want to see fast satisfaction now, you just want to press a button. You just want that little dopamine hit of taking a trade. You want instant gratification, and that's why you're not successful. You have to reprogram yourself to build satisfaction on doing nothing, on building good habits, taking trades that are dumb clear, not over leveraging, following your rules, following your trade model, whatever it is. Now show us the broker statement year to date. Got you. Pull it up on my phone here. I did this before on a webinar. You can't pull that with me, brother. You can't pull that with me. Where is it? Where is it? Is that it? Nope. Hold on. Trying to find the screenshot. Come on. This was 2023. This was last year's P&L. I'll show this year at the end of the year. But it's also multiple accounts I've been trading on, so. Where the fuck is it? I remember I took a screenshot like a couple weeks ago. I'm lost. Where the hell is it? Let me just log in and get another screenshot. Hold on. There it is. Okay, wait, let me make sure you guys can see this. This was 2023. You can see live account last year. Can you see that number? Take a good look, because nobody else can fucking bring this up and actually show you. Year-to-date P&L. Show me your year-to-date P&L. You can't get away with that with me. People love to fucking hate until they see a screenshot in their face. This 4 hours starting to get ran through. This is the first thing I need to see for the bigger time frame. We could have a lot of opportunity going into next week. This is a beautiful candle. Love this. This is what I really want to see. Daily fair value gap holding beautifully. This was what we talked about in the previous charting sessions. SMT on the bigger time frame. This is going to still hold. Recent high getting taken. Rejection of the bigger time frame imbalance. This is the first kind of move that we need to see for a bigger time frame for rejection of the downside. The more that these 4 hour fair value gaps start to get ran through, the more opportunity we're going to have going into the previous or the next couple weeks. This is what will become the sell model. And what I'd really love to see is this. Fat down close candle here though. Instant rejection. That daily candle is just flipping and wicking. Again, don't really worry about this right here. This is what I like to call a shiny candle. This is like shiny gold candle where you look at this and you're immediately like, oh my God, imagine if I shorted this. Imagine if like I caught this entire move. And then you try to go into every other candle trying to catch that move. This is just like this is a move that just tries to make you mad if you don't know what you're looking for and you can't control yourself. Let the market do its thing here. Like literally just let the market do its thing. Let us build more price action. An opportunity will arise. You don't need to make money right this second, right now. Oh my God, freaking out. Let the market do its thing. So far, it hasn't really been much opportunity for me. So I'm just gonna let the market do its thing. But I'm probably gonna hop off here soon. I do have to go work out with my trainer. How do you get your lines to snap in place? This little magnet right here on the left. Click the magnet. If you want to draw a straight line, you just hold shift. How do SMTs work? So it's a divergence between correlating assets. So when we look at the daily on ES and NQ, right? This is a bearish divergence between assets, right? ES is at highs, NQ is not. So the exact same high on ES versus NQ, ES puts in a higher high, NQ puts in a lower high. So this is a bearish divergence between assets, meaning We're having a bearish divergence in already an area in which we expect to reject. Daily fair value gap, buy side has been taken, and SMT, it is an extreme likelihood we reject here, right? So now that we know that this is where we want to reject, we recognize the internal model. This is how you trade. Area in which we expect to reject. Boom, daily fair value gap, buy side taken, right? Stop in the opposing direction. SMT at the highs, showing manipulation. Then we zoom in and we recognize the internal model. Right now, this is just the initial displacement back inside the range. I'm not worried about this. I don't need to catch a move here. All I need is a piece of the pie targeting these internal sell side levels. And until that structure forms, there's no reason for me to take a trade. So all I do is I'm waiting for more structure to be formed on the move to the downside, because I want to go see us hunt all of this low resistance liquidity. There has not yet been, keep in mind, there's not yet been a change in the state of delivery or a displacement or a market structure shift, right? Because there's no low here yet. There's no low. This is all just one big move. It's simply up, down. So there's no low here that has been broken through. So I'm waiting for more price action to form for me to get a good understanding of what that looks like. And a lot of the times, honestly, it probably looks something like this, where it's just like a slow grind back up. This imbalance probably holds a little bit, and we kind of do something like this. And we just kind of form internal price action here pretty much the rest of the day, and then overnight session, whatever. But SMC and SMT and SMT? SMT is not the same. You mean ICT? SMT is a concept. I believe so. I believe SMTs work with Forex pairs. As soon as my trainer texts me he's here, I'm probably gonna hop off. Don't leave me. You guys, I fully trust in you guys. You guys know. A lot of you guys know way more than you think you know. And if you're in a position to share it, and if you're in a position to teach it, a lot of times you can share that knowledge. You just don't have confidence in yourself and what you know. A lot of you know what you're looking for. And a big part about becoming successful and being a profitable trader is, I talked about that in that recent sit-down video. It's like, a lot of the times we romanticize this idea of profitability so much that it seems so far out of reach, instead of us just submitting to us just being good traders. Like, it's always so far out of, we're trying to be successful, we're trying to be patient, we're trying to be disciplined, instead of just being that thing. And when we set that expectation of it being out of reach, of we're trying instead of just doing and being, there's always room for error. A lot of you know what you're doing. You have good experience. Like, you've made mistakes and you've learned from it, and you've had good trades, you've had bad trades. It's just being able to have confidence with the experience you have, and not in an endless cycle of repeating the same mistake. What's the book you're reading now? I'm reading As a Man Thinketh. All right. My trainer said it'll be here at 8:15. We got 10 minutes. How much do you pay your trainer? I think like $2,500 a month or something like that. Or no, I wasn't even that much. I think I paid him $3,000 for 3 months or something like that. And we meet four times a week, I think. When are you on live? On YouTube? Not often. I'm live every day in the mentorship group. We trade every single day pretty much. Except if there's other outside things. Like sometimes No News Mondays won't trade, or depending on how the week goes. But pretty much every day. How'd you join the mentorship? Link is in bio if you guys want to learn more. Tactical Traders mentorship is basically what I wanted to create something that I wish I had when I first started trading, because when I first started trading, I would join literally just communities that fed me terrible habits that just had no clue what they were talking about or any idea. And I thought that like 1,000% options returns were normal. I thought that just like random fucking trades and winning was normal. Because what happens is you take a trade, you make money, and then somebody will be like, oh, good job. When in reality, it doesn't matter if you make money and you win. You still could be doing something absolutely wrong. So it's like you're promoting bad habits because somebody's not actually looking at your trades. Even if you made money and say, brother, you obviously over leveraged here. You immediately jumped in way too early. You got lucky and you made money. But nobody's there to tell me that. That's why I'm here. I'm here to look at my students' trades, give them feedback. What did they do right? What did they do wrong? What are things that they can use in their certain circumstances to kind of continue to grow? We love live trade. And then basically 60 videos of pretty much everything that I know, continuing to add to it too. I have a weekly profile video that's going to be most likely added. Then I'm going to create a small version for YouTube and then like an hour long version for the mentorship group. Justin, I have been break even in my funded for a month at 5,300 right now. Should I rebuild and keep trying to grow it, or should I go back to demo to build more conviction and avoid bad habits? I would say continue to grow it, but you have to be recognizing what's the reason you're at break even, right? One of the biggest, how you get out of break even all comes down to your ability to recognize your problems and take out the negative. Trading is about taking away the negative, not adding to the good. And a lot of people try to focus on adding to the good when in reality, a lot of it is taking away the bad. break-even stage is a good place to be because all it takes is one little fix for your trading to start seeing good results. So the biggest thing you need to be doing in a break-even phase is journaling. Journaling every single opportunity, every trade that you take, what'd you do right, what'd you do wrong, what are the little micro mistakes that you're doing, what's holding you back from break-even. And 95% of the time, the common thing that I see with people that are break-even is just the little small dumb trades that chip away at their profits. Like they'll take really good setups and then they'll take like 4 dumb trades that just chip away at their losses or chip away at their wins. So it's being able to cut those out, cut out the negative, keep the good, and just focusing on what your results are going to continue to be, and just journaling. Still just on the market really do its thing here again all morning. Down move back to equilibrium, back to OTE of the previous price range. And now 1 hour fair value gap. Would definitely want to see us reverse a little bit to the upside, letting this kind of price action start to play out here, down here. But really so far nothing today. The only possible trade, like I said in the morning, I think was a nice little short here as we put in this SMT. Internal model, recent high got taken here on the lower time frame. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. As I'm going to got to go trade with, train with my trainer. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you got something out of today's session. I know we didn't take any trade. Totally normal, totally fine. Market didn't really give me the opportunity I wanted to see, and that's totally fine. You have to realize that is totally fine. If you can go throughout the day and not take a trade, that tells you you're in a good point. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the session. You learned something, got some of your answers or questions answered. If you didn't, feel free. If you're looking for more help, click the link in the description, all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your day.